Most epic, funniest
Good
hype
morning,
moment.
everybody, and welcome to day 2
It's
of
Jay
Nintendo
Witz,
Treehouse
man.
Live at
Look at him.
E3. I want to thank everybody who tuned in with us yesterday for a full day of Zelda
Jay
that started
Witz.
off with
He's
Pokemon
gonna be
Sun
at
and
this.
Moon. This morning, we are starting off with Pokemon once again, but this time we have an all-star lineup of developers,
No.
translators, and field testers here on stage with us for a very special developer Q&A on Pokemon Go.
Hey, my boy.
From the Pokemon Company, we have with us today Mr. Ishihara.
Hi.
Hi.
From Game Freak, we have Mr. Masuda.
Hi.
From Niantic, we have Mr. Nomura. Of course, from Nintendo, we have Mr. Miyamoto himself. Supporting us with translation today, we have David Numrich from the Pokemon Company International, and our good friend Raymond, who many of you saw on stream yesterday from Nintendo, translating. And
Hey,
then we
Spirit
have
Man,
two
here we go.
representatives of the community of field testers who have been field testing Pokemon Go. We've got Josh Jaywitz Wittenkeller and Aaron Cybertron Jang. Hey guys. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Pokemon Go, and I'm sure there's not too many of you, but Pokemon Go is a new application coming for smart devices that allows you to capture and battle Pokemon in real life using location data on your phone. Obviously, there's been excitement building for the launch of Pokemon Go ever since the original announcement. And of course, building towards the field testing that has now started around the world in different countries, Japan, the US, and Australia. But one of the big surprises that came out of the original announcement of Pokemon Go was the collaboration between the three key companies of the Pokemon Company, Niantic, and Nintendo. So, Mr. Ishihara, I was wondering if perhaps you could maybe talk a little bit about the reaction to the announcement and what the reactions have been with the launch of the field tests as well.
去年発表されてから、すごく期待が高まっている状況ではあると思うんですけども、フィールドテストも、いろんな国で始まって、特にその発表会で、多分ファンの、皆さんがすごくびっくりしたのは、その任天堂、ナイアンティック、ポケモンの3社のコラボレーションというところもあったと思うんですけれども、発表、してからのなんていうんですかね、その、世の中の反響というものっていうのはいかがでしょうか。
まずフィールドテスターの募集をしたときにものすごい反響があったのですごい手応えをまず感じましたね。
So I'm definitely feeling a really positive reaction. When we began the field test signups, we just had so many people signing up, so I was very pleased to see that.
本当にフィールドテスターの皆さんには素晴らしい意見や素晴らしいデータをたくさん提供いただきましたので、今日ここでまずありがとうと言いたいです。
And to all the field testers, I mean, we've been getting a lot of amazing feedback, been able to gather a lot of data based on their gameplay. So I really just want to say thanks to everyone who's been helping with the test.
でそのフィールドテスターの代表として今日ジョシさんとアーロンさんが、来ていただいてますので、彼らからいろんな意見や質問をぶつけていただきたいと思っています。
And as two representatives of that field testing community, we have Josh and Aaron here today, and I hope they'll ask me a bunch of questions and maybe give me some of their candid opinions as well.
もともとこのポケモン GO のプロジェクトはこの2013年の、Google のエイプリルフールのポケモンチャレンジ、それはこちらの野村さんが仕掛けて考えたものですけど、そこから始まってますので、その辺の話も少しね、野村さんの方に話していただければと思います。
And this project really got its start back in 2013 when we did an April Fool's project with Google, the Pokemon Challenge. And actually, Mr. Tatsuo Nomura right here, he's at Niantic now, was kind of at the center of that project, and I think we'll be able to hear more about it from him.
So yeah, Nomura-san, you started work on it as an April Fool's project.
I'm gonna throw my phone.
Development's going so far.
Yeah, absolutely. So Pokemon Challenge.
Actually,
the
you just
video
swipe it, I'm
showed up
pretty
there.
sure. I
You
think.
can
I can't
mark
remember
me
actually.
there. Yeah, it was one of the April Fool's Day joke that I was worked on when I was back in Google Maps team, and that Pokemon Challenge got me connected with Mr. Ishihara here and John Hanke, CEO at Niantic.
Honestly,
Started this
if you're really good at Japanese
genre with Ingress
and translating back and forth,
so John and Ishihara,
you should just go like apply to work for NOA.
And then we we basically agreed
There's
that
always
this
a chance
is
they
a
could
great
hire you,
opportunity. We
which
can
would be
bring
awesome.
Pokemon into the real world. It was really exciting. I'm really happy to see how it turned out to a real project.
Depending on where you live.
And we already started field test in
But if you're
Australia,
like really
New
good at
Zealand,
Japanese, it's
and
probably
Japan and US.
and you
so there
always
are
want to work
more
for
than
them.
thousands.
So you
I mean,
probably have
tens
a
of
good
thousands
chance.
Players are actually playing it. In fact, I think the last time I checked, there were 30 Pokeball throw per second. So if you think about it, that's really amazing.
Now, Mr. Miyamoto, of course, there's a peripheral device that is going to be associated with Pokemon Go called Pokemon Go Plus, and we're going to ask you some questions about that a little bit later. But I was wondering if there was anything you could add about the partnership
I'm gonna look
between
like
Nintendo and Niantic
the
and
biggest
Pokemon
Poke
and how
nerd
that
with
got started.
my Pokemon Go Plus on my
ポ
wrist.
ケモン GO プラスっていう、デバイスがあるんですけれ
Everywhere I
ど
go.
も、それについてちょっと後ほど、お話を伺いたいと思うんですけれども、その前にもしこの3社のこの関係、協力関係というのについて何かこう話していただける内容がありましたら、
本当に実はこれね、
It's a fight or
岩田さん
flight
が石原
situation.
さんと
Elephant.
進めたということで、僕ももともとポケモンに関係があるものですから、今日はここで皆さんにね、ご説明一緒にできることが非常に楽しみにしてました。
So actually, this is something that Mr. Iwata and Mr. Ishihara had started working on, and I was also involved. So I'm very excited to be here to share this with all of you.
Thank you. So we have a number
right.
of key phrases or topics that we kind of want to hit on today, and one of those is real-world gaming. And real-world gaming is something I think that obviously Niantic pioneered with their game Ingress. It uses the location-based data in your phone. And in the case of Pokemon Go, what it does is it allows you to go out and find Pokemon in the real world, find ways to capture them, and battle them. It's really kind of impressive. I've been actually fortunate enough to be a part of the beta test or the field testing myself, and having a lot of fun catching Pokemon and playing. But Mr. Ishihara, obviously we've had a lot of people around the world are now a part of the field test, and we're seeing a lot of reaction from them. But I'm actually interested in how you're playing Pokemon Go in your everyday life.
まずはナイアンティック社が、切り開いたジャンルの、リアルワールドゲームですね、位置情報を使って、ゲームをする、ジャンルになるんですけども、
Yo, we need Chico up in here.
今回のポケモン GO の場合はこう外に出てポケモンを捕まえるというものだと思うんですけども、自分も、フィールドテスターとして参加させてもらっていて、すごく非常に楽しみ
Oh, that's right. Chico is like the Zelda expert.
そうですね。こちらのフィールドテスターの皆さん、特にポケモンを
maybe we'll
実
see
際の
like a
空間で
little
捕まえ
tiny
る
bit of
体
Zelda
験をされて
today
い
or
ると思い
something.
ますけれども、
Like a
私自身
reveal,
も
like some kind of reveal
フィー
for
ルドテス
Zelda
ターと
today.
して、私自身はかなり優秀なフィールドテスターだと思ってるんですけれども、毎日毎朝愛犬と一緒にですねフィールドテストしてます。あそこに少し映ってますけれども。
So I think everyone here has been playing in the field test and really enjoying going out into the real world.
Yo, is Jaywitz gonna say anything? Do you think they're gonna let him talk? Or is this gonna be like, just sit there and look pretty for your
I've
audience?
provided a lot of good feedback, and here's some pictures.
Whoa!
of my
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I hope these pictures of your
Dog! Oh my god!
これ写真すごいです。やっぱこれワンちゃんちょっと緊張してるんじゃないです
Oh
か。
my
ち
god!
なみに愛犬の名前はポキと言います。
So, yeah, my dog's name is Pokey actually.
はい。彼と毎朝
I also have been doing a lot of field testing while walking my dog, and I find that if my dog is in the viewfinder, it seems to me like it's easier for me to catch the Pokemon. Is this true or am I crazy?
自分は犬の散歩を毎朝してるんですけれども、そのポケモンを捕まえるときに、ワンちゃんが映ってるとなんかこう捕まえやすく、なるような感じも自分は思うんですけれども、そういうなんかプログラミングっていうのは。
井上さんそんなすごいテクノロジー入ってますか
So
ら。
did you put that kind of stuff in the game, Mr. Nomura?
Yeah, artificial.
AI を使って優秀なもの。
気のせいですか？
気のせいですね。
No, it's probably just your imagination.
あと実際にね、私もこのロサンゼルスでたくさんポケモンを捕まえたりしてきましたの
And I've
で。
actually caught a few Pokemon here in Los Angeles.
こんな感じですね。会場でミャオス
This
や
is here in the convention center,
の入り口ですね。
right at the entrance to E3.
こんな感じですね。はい。
Hey, Lady Tigers, what's up?
And this was during the Treehouse Live segment for Pokemon Sun and Moon.
でゲームの方はですね、こんな感じで、結構強いポケモンまで育て上げております。
So I've actually got quite a few really strong Pokemon.
捕まえた場所は千代田区東京ジャパン。
And you can see that all the location of where I caught it, Chiyoda and Tokyo.
そうですね。ロサンゼルスで捕まえたミャオス。
Here's the Meowth that I caught here in LA.
イーブイですね。
And Eevee.
ロサンゼルスね。はい。もう毎日素晴らしいフィールドテスターになっております。
So I think I'm a pretty good field tester. I'm playing.
That's good to hear, Lady Tigers.
Yeah, I find that I'm walking a lot more than I used to because of the field testing. So thank you.
フィールドテストのおかげでいつも以上にちょっと歩いてるっていうことになってるのでありがとうございます。
Now, Josh, you've been playing a lot as well. Do you have any pictures you want to share or any questions you want to ask?
Yeah, so I've been playing a lot, especially around my new home and workplace over the ferry and in the city of San Francisco, which is actually not super far from where Niantic is. So I've been able to see a lot of Pokemon. I've caught a couple hundred, and I love that I'm still able to give them nicknames, which has been a lot of fun. But I have noticed that I've seen the same core of around 50 or so specific types of Pokemon. So I guess if I had a question, it would be where can you find other types of Pokemon? Like if you're traveling to different countries or areas. And
Let's see
also,
what questions they gave him.
Kanto Pokemon,
Tell him.
are there plans to have Pokemon outside of Kanto as well?
Oh, here we go. Let's see. Gonna update it eventually, maybe? Let's see what they do.
捕まえてるんですけども、大体同じこう50種類ぐらいのポケモンを見かけることに今なっています。で、ちょっと2つ質問があるんですけれども、他の場所に行けばやっぱ違う種類のポケモンが出るのか、他の実際の地球の場所に行くと、もう一つが今ちょっと関東地方の最初の赤緑のポケモンしかちょっと見かけてないんですけれども、他の地方のポケモンも出てくるんでしょうか。
はい。まずですね、ポケモンの基本は全部捕まえようと、ガラキャッチングボールですから、すべてのポケモンが捕まえられるようにしようと思っています。
So obviously with Pokemon, you have the slogan, gotta catch them all, and really completing your Pokedex is kind of part of the fun of Pokemon. So we want to bring the game to a point where eventually you can catch all of them.
There we go. So they're gonna like eventually update it so that we can literally catch all the Pokemon, even like the ones that we're gonna get in Sun and Moon. That's awesome. But like I'd imagine they do it like in seasons kind of thing, like maybe like a bi-yearly, something like that. But I could, it makes sense to start out with the original ones. Those are the ones that most people know. Will there be shinies? I don't know.
So I think one of the cool
I don't know.
things about the red and blue Pokemon
I think it's up to Jaywitz
simultaneously really
to figure this out for
with
us.
the original entries, but also kind of
I think he's the only one there that
not
would be
so
asking
familiar
those
to people who
questions.
kind of joined the series with the recent entries.
なので、まずここから始めて、徐々に
I feel like
増えていくというふうにして、
I feel like they're gonna be really rare, you know.
So at the beginning, we're going to
They are.
launch with the red and blue Pokemon.
Okay, so Abra, they like what I heard of Abra still teleports away.
Sounds great.
So like if you don't catch it, like it'll teleport away from you, I guess. Oh, okay. Well, let's stay and put. Maybe. Oh shoot! You missed.
Right, you can play the War series.
Well, I don't know. I heard Abra teleports away, like from. They just use an Ultra Ball though, so they're probably gonna catch it.
We are doing essentially the same, except that they have to go into the real world. They have to explore the world to discover these Pokemon. Like so if you live in the San Francisco Bay Area, then you probably find a lot of water Pokemon there, right?
Yeah, a lot of Krabby,
It's a Horsey, just
Starmie,
standing up
and,
on the.
I noticed Aaron actually does not have very many water Pokemon, so I'm definitely starting to see like some gap depending on where you are in certain areas.
So that's what we are trying to do using Niantic's location technology and try to map the Pokemon.
Man, I hope they
to
put
the
some water
real world.
Pokemon along
So
the
you
trail
will need
where I
to
run,
actually
because
explore a little
it runs
further down your
alongside the
neighborhood
water.
to catch them all.
That'd be great. I could like.
Aaron, have you had any questions that have popped up?
Kind of catch them as I go along.
Yeah. So this kind of actually builds off what you just said about relating to the core series. But I've been beta testing for about 3 or 4 weeks back in my city of New York, and Josh and I actually compared like the Pokemon list we had, and they're pretty similar. He had some water Pokemon that I didn't have, but like you mentioned, there was like this core kind of number of Pokemon that we both saw, and there were also a bunch of Pokemon that neither of us have seen yet. So I wanted to ask, is Pokemon Go going to be like the main series where there's some Pokemon that are significantly harder and more rare to catch?
Yeah, they're all like nodding right away. Like the Mewtwo one, it looked like it was an event. Like in that very first thing where all those people were trying to catch it.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you saw the Abra, I saw Abra on the video.
Yeah.
Like for example,
Abra,
in the core
Abra.
series, the Abra runs away, right? It teleports away. So that's
You want
something
to evolve a Hydra
have
into a
in Pokemon
Kingdra?
Go as
How will
well.
that
We
work?
consulted
Okay,
with
so
Masuda-san,
no. I know
Shimura-san
how this
to
works,
try
Edgar.
to catch to reserve the
Okay, so
Pokemon
Edgar, what you need to
in
do
nature
is you need to
and
you need to go
have,
catch
have
that
quite a
Pokemon
variety
again,
of different,
and as you
the
catch it,
rare
it like
ones, harder to
levels
catch
the
ones, they
Pokemon
will
up to the
exist
point,
in our,
and it
in the
gives you like
Pokemon
these
Go as
special
well.
items that you can use to evolve your base Pokemon that you caught. So you gotta, I think you gotta go catch it again a couple times. I think that's how it's gonna work. And then you can actually evolve them and use them in gym battles.
Where are you putting your
And I'm assuming eventually like
Pokemon Go,
be able to
and what are
fight each other.
the key elements for you that are most important to bring to life in the smart device?
増田さんなんですけども、ポケモンサンとムーンの開発ももちろん同時にやってるというふうに思うんですけれども、それは3DS のゲームであって、今回スマートフォンのゲームなんですけれども、今回スマートフォンでポケモン GO みたいなゲームを作るにあたって特に開発に注力されたことっていうのは何でしょうか？
やっぱり世界中のいろんなところに出てくるゲームなので、ポケモン GO にとって一番大事なのはやっぱり捕まえる、ポケモンを捕まえるっていうことだなと思ったので、ポケモンを捕まえるところはむちゃこだわってますね。
So I think with Pokemon Go, because we wanted to have a lot of Pokemon in different places in the world, we really wanted to put the focus on the catching of Pokemon. So that's really why I focus most of my energy on getting that aspect right.
ちょっとさっき出してみたんですけど。
Why is he using the Pokeball if he has the other ones? Or is he trying to show that Abra's going to teleport away, maybe? Alright.
これ映しちゃっていいのかな、皆さん反対側に。
I'm not sure if it's okay to show everyone who's out there in line, but.
What is the like thing going around Abra?
ちょっと逃げましょう一旦。ちょっと他のやつを
ran away from that one.
こいつを捕まえてみましょう。
Let's try this one here.
Paris.
いますね。ちょっとですね。これ今いろんなボールの動きと、あとは的のところに
ちょっとそれ不具合が出てるのでこっちに。
はい。
Looks like we're having a little issue with we're going to switch up on the phone. But what he was just showing there is that you can kind of control the spin of the ball as well as the strength. And one of the goals when you're trying to catch the Pokemon is hit that target that appears.
Okay, we got a Rattata. Dude, did the Rattata just attack? Those are Rattatas standing on that gamepad. Now we know how Pug's gamepad got broken. A Rattata was jumping around on top of it. Oh.
So if you actually try and time it correctly so that circle in the middle gets small when the ball hits the Pokemon, it'll increase your chances of catching it.
それで今回やっぱりいろんな方向とか力によってボールが飛んでいくのが違うんですね。
And so you're directly controlling the ball. You can control the direction it goes in, the strength.
それが結構やっぱり今までの 3DS だと A ボタンでボール投げてたと思うんですけど、いろんなやり方で。
So in the 3DS games, you just press the A button to catch or throw out a Pokeball, but in this one, you have more direct control over it.
いいよ。Yes.
Got it.
Gotcha. こういう感じでですね、このやっぱり投げるところはすごいこだわって作ってるんですけど、 ちょっとまだまだ改良したくてですね、これ3回ぐらい作ってるんですけど、もう1回作り直そうかなと思って。
So really getting this feel of the throwing the Pokeball out and catching the Pokemon, where I've been putting my effort into, and I've had to get the folks at Niantic kind of recreate this mechanic even 3 times already, but I'll probably have to do some more improvements again.
We'll do our best.
Now, Masuda-san, are you also working on the music in the game? Because I've noticed that the music is very vibrant and has kind of a lot of action to it.
そうですね、今回の音楽もすごいエネルギーあふれる感じなんですけど、増田さんも関わってるんでしょうか。
そうですね、今回全部効果音も音楽も全部作っています。自分が作ってます。
So yeah, I'm working on all the sound effects and the music in the game.
で今回やっぱり歩いて移動していくっていうゲームなので、この移動してる感じとか、あとはテンポにすごいこだわっています。
So I'm really, since this is a game where you go out and about and you're walking around while playing it, I wanted the music to be more kind of a higher tempo, higher pace, to really get people excited.
ちょっとこう早めのテンポにすることで、皆さん歩く速度が少し上がると思うんですけど、早く歩く方が健康的らしいので、いろいろ調べてちょっと早めにしてます。
So some of the research I've done indicates that walking fast is actually better for your health. So I really wanted to make this music kind
Yeah.
of people, take steps.
Get up and move, people. That's what this is.
It's very nice. Now, of course, while you're playing Pokemon Go, at least during the field test, I spend a lot of time looking at my phone as I'm walking and exploring the world and trying to find Pokemon out in the real world. And I have to thank Nomura-san. There's actually this green space near my house where our neighbors have been building trails for a long time. And the trails have actually appeared on the map, and there's Pokestops in the forest, and it's really fun to go in there and search for Pokemon. But one of the things that obviously I think we want to talk a little bit about is sort of our next key topic or key phrase, which is Pokemon Go Plus, which I think makes the game a little bit more handy when you are walking around and trying to catch Pokemon. So, Mr. Miyamoto, can you
all right, Miyamoto, let's show it off. Give me that wristband, baby.
できました。動いてますよね。ピカピカ。このランプと振動でね、いろんなことがわかるんですけどね。
So actually, here's the device, and you can actually know what's going on based on the light here.
で、これスマートフォンにつながります。Android でも iPhone でもつながります。ですからこれがあると画面を見ないでこう歩きながらゲームをすることもできるんですね。
And so with the light and vibration, it tells you what's going on in the smartphone, and it connects via Bluetooth to Android and iPhone, and it basically allows you to play the game without having to look at your smartphone.
Oh, okay. And,
Awesome.
And so how does it work?
それがあるとどんなことができるんですか、具体的に。
そうですね、基本は本当にまず目といいますかね、視覚を
Yes.
開放して、
It's available for both.
プレイヤーはこう
They didn't say anything about specific dates yet. Well, I'm hoping that there's gonna be a release date today, Bulbasaur. But yeah, it's for both. They just said it was for both.
Without having a smartphone. And what that does, it frees up the player's eyeyesight in a lot of situations.
They did say they're going to eventually update it to put every Pokemon in the game. That's the big news so far. Every Pokemon in the game.
見合ってると思いますけど、どうですか？
I think it's part of the philosophy at Niantic, though. Maybe Tatsuo can say something more about that.
Yeah, so at Niantic, our core mission is adventures on foot. So we want people to go outside, to discover things, to look around, not looking at your phone. So that's been our challenge and focus. And I think Pokemon Go Plus gives us one answer.
How are you doing today, Bulbasaur?
そうですね。ナイアンティックでは外に出て冒険するっていうすごい哲学もあるので、なんていうんですかね、そういうそれが今回の Pokemon Go Plus がその一つの答えなんじゃないかなというふうに思います。
ヘッズアッププレイっていうことを言われてまして、目を上に向けて、そしてゲームをしようということですね。
I think another one I've heard is that you guys call it heads up play to kind of keep your head up and aware of your surroundings while playing the game.
Oh, you can bet. Every day I'm going to be coming back, plugging that into my computer and showing you guys like on stream, like, hey, check it out. Look at what I caught today.
点灯しまして、でこの時に振動を感じて、ポケモンが出たってわかるんですね。
So we're gonna do like Pokemon Go and Pokemon at the same time, all like every day.
でその時に、ボタンを押すとこ
press the
の
button.、
白いキャプチャーしたっていう判定が出ます。
So you can press the button to throw out a Pokeball, and that'll then decide if you
で
catch it
そ
or
の
not.
時にうまくポケモンが捕まえられるとこの先ほど宮本さんが見せてくれたレインボー
Whoa,
に
it's
使っ
changing
て
colors
ポケモンがガチャってなるわけですね。
And if you actually end up successfully catching that Pokemon, it'll start flashing in this rainbow color, kind of like what just appeared on Mr. Miyamoto's device.
Whoa.
で残念ながら失敗することもあって時々赤いランプがつきます。
It's not a guaranteed success, so if it flashes red, that means that you didn't successfully catch it.
Okay.
それ以外にもフィールド上でいろんなアイテムをゲットできたりとか、とても便利なツールだと思います。
And there's also a lot of opportunities in the game to get items, but you can catch or you can grab them via the Pokemon Go device. So it's very.
I know, we need to find this out.
私のフィールドテスト
Someone's gonna ask about it.
必須アイテムに今なってますけれども。
Maybe it'll come out
Pokemon Go
sometime
Plus will turn
today.
into a must-have item for me when I'm on my field test.
Maybe someone will ask today.
ただこうやってつけている風に
See,
僕はプレイしたい
here's what I kind of like. So, like, if I'm on a run, like, and I had that thing, I guess I could try and catch a Pokemon while I'm running and not have to
I'd
stop.
rather put it, on my pocket here, but since we still haven't released it, I'm always trying to hide it in my hand when I'm taking a walk.
こんな感じでこう
Being very suspicious.
しかもあれですよ、犬のリードを持って
そうなんです
どんどん
こっちに
持って歩くって余計にこの方がいいですよね。
そうなんです。
Plus, when you have to hold a leash, you can
Yeah.
犬のリードと犬のうんちと
Major key. You gotta have it on your wrist because you'll be walking your dog. That's
Josh
That's-
and Aaron, did you have any questions about Pokemon Go Plus?
Miyamoto knows what's up.
I have a running loop that's right
For all
next to
those
my
dog
house,
people out
and
there.
I would love to be able to run it and play Pokemon Go at the same time. Just playing Pokemon Go on the phone, I see there's Pokestops around the whole thing. I'd love to collect the items, but that means I have to stop my runs. I'm excited to be able to play while still maybe being a little bit more active. So I'm just excited
Yeah.
for the device. I guess if I had
Exactly,
a question,
man.
it would be
See,
when
Jay
will we
Woods
be able to
knows
see,
what's up too.
Pokemon Go Plus.
I don't want to stop my run. I want to catch that Pokemon while I'm running. I can't stop all the time.
やっぱポケモン GO プラスがあるとすごくそれがはかどるんじゃないかなと思うんですけれども、まず気になるのはいつ頃、手に入るんでしょうか、このデバイスが。
そうですね。7月のね終わりぐらいまでにはなんとかしたいと思ってるんですけど、さっきの話聞いたと大丈夫ですか？
So we actually want to get it out towards the end of July, but listening to just the conversation earlier, we're gonna be okay, right?
もう来月ですよ。
That's next month.
What? July? It's coming out next month? Yes!
We're talking about Pokemon Go Plus, right?
あれですよね、アプリじゃなくて GO プラスのデバイス。
いやいやいや。
じゃあさっきこれだけ買ってください。
Wait,
Get this first.
Yeah, I also wanted to ask. I've been
Wait,
using
does that
Pokemon
mean-
Go basically every day on my way to work.
Wait,
and
Pokemon
in
Go
New York
Plus
City,
is coming out in
everyone's
July.
Very, very busy. So, I'll
So,
be in the
does that
middle of
mean
the
that they're
street
gonna
trying to
launch
catch
the
a
game
Pokemon.
before
Everyone will
that?
look at me and tell me to get out of the way. And so I'm very
Did
excited.
we
for
just
Pokemon
get
Go
like
Plus, and I
a
wanted to know
soft
when it does get
release
where
date?
can I and everyone
Right
else go,
there?
purchase an actual version of
そう
it.
ですね、ニューヨークでやってる時も結構やっぱいちいち止まって、これボール投げしてると結構やっぱ通行人が多いので、そうな感じになって、GO プラスがあるといいなってすごく思ってるんですけれども、ですね、どういうところで買えるんでしょうか。
これはですねやはりせっかくスマホで遊んでいるときにそのスマホから直接、購入できた方がいいなと思っています。ですから、ゲームの中で
Are you sure, Edgar?
最も
That's a long
その
time.
地域に近い、ところから買えるような、そういう仕組み。
Pokemon
で
Go
もう
is
一つは
supposed to come out
もちろん
this year.
店頭でも、買えるようにしたいと思っています。
This is kind of another new thing
Like
for
they
us to
already
do,
said
but
Pokemon
obviously
Go was
it's kinda
supposed to
like
come
what
out
you're
this year.
saying. You'll probably want the device the most when you're playing the game. So what we decided to do is have a button from within the application that'll direct you to the appropriate store for your region to purchase the device online, and it'll also be available in certain physical retailers as well.
So, Mr. Miyamoto, since you kind of surprised us and shared our release timing, do you also want to surprise us and share the price as well?
そうですね。そうですね。34ドル99。
It'll be $34.99.
どうですか？
Is that all right?
Well, I guess if Pokemon Go Plus is coming out relatively soon, we can have some hopes for Pokemon Go coming out soon. So with Pokemon Go launching in the near future. And Pokemon
So yeah, it is launching in
later this
July.
year. I'm wondering, Mr. Masuda, are you planning any connection between Pokemon Go and Pokemon Sun and Moon?
まあ Go プラスが7月末っていう話になって、まあアプリもまあすぐに出るんじゃないかなというふうには思うんですけども、まあ
Pokemon Go is planned to release at the end of July. Yeah, this year.
だと思うんですけれども、何かこうこの今年出るゲームのこの2本こうなんかつながりみたいなものっていうのは考えていますか？
そうですね。まあもちろん
Oh, please connect it to Sun and Moon, please. Yes.
でまあ皆さんなんかいろいろ考えてると思うんですけど、まあ自分たちもやっぱり
Please connect it with
と
Pokemon
関係性を持たせ
Sun
た
and
いな
Moon.
と思ってますんで、まあ
Oh my
何か
God, yes.
やってみたいなというふうに考えてます。
So when the game first comes out, we really want people just to focus on going out, having real life adventures and catching Pokemon. But eventually, at some point, we do plan to add some kind of connectivity between Pokemon Go and the main games.
I'm very excited to hear that.
Yes. Yes.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Any comments from the two of you on that or questions?
Well, I guess in general, I'm just really excited hearing all of this functionality, all these different plans coming for Pokemon Go. I've noticed we've
So
already
Pokemon Go
been getting
Plus
new
launches in
features
July.
the field test that we've been
Does
messing
that
with
mean
as
that
well. I saw,
Pokemon
there's now ways
Go
to power
launches
up and evolve your
sooner?
Pokemon. I guess my question would be, how does that system work? I've seen like Pokemon Candy, and it's different than what I'm
All I've
used to.
seen
and
is
I would love to hear
Pokemon
more
Go.
about it.
最近ちょっとフィールドテストに追加
Plus
された機能としてポケモンをこう強化させるとか進化させるというものがあるんですけれども、それってもうちょっと詳しく話してもらっていいですか？
そうですね。まあポケモンの魅力はまあ何と言ってもこうやって進化させたり、ポケモン
That's
を
weird.
まあレベルを上げて強くしたりということだと思いますので、まあ今回の中でその仕組みを入れました。
Yo, there's that Charizard.
So we decided to put those in this game as well.
ただまあスマホらしい新しい仕組みでの、進化の仕
No,
方や
that's for the
強く
device,
さ
the
せ方
thing
を
that's on
ま
your
あ
wrist.
作ってきました。
The game itself is
Powering
going
up
to be
mechanism, we wanted to
free.
do something new for the smartphone device format, so we've come up with a different system.
何か野村さんの方で付け加えることありますか？
Yeah, so just like what Ishihara-san said, because this is a smartphone device game, it's very different. We expect people to play this when they're outside. So instead of like in the core series where you battle Pokemon to catch, to level up, that will actually take a lot of time. We don't want people to stop. We want people to walk a bit and catch a Pokemon and keep moving. So we invented this new system, just what you said, the candies. So every time you catch a Pokemon, you get a few candies, and by collecting these candies, you can use them to power up or evolve your Pokemon. For example, if you catch 25, it's 25 Squirtle, and you get 25 Squirtle's candy. Now, if you use that, you can evolve Squirtle to a Wartortle.
I hope I find more, because I picked Squirtle to start.
We're still tuning and adjusting the details and the names, so that's as much details as I can give out.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, another question I actually had is, one of the staple components of Pokemon, the core Pokemon series, is the ability to trade with other people. We saw in the trailer for Pokemon Go that was released a few months ago, a bunch of players trading inside Pokemon Go. But when I was playing the field test, I saw that trading hadn't been implemented yet. So I wanted to ask, will that eventually be implemented?
やっぱポケモンといえばもう交換っていうのが結構強い要素としてあると思うんですけれども、まあ最初のその発表の時の映像では
Oh,
交
Edgar,
換している
come
シー
on,
ンもあった
man.
んですけども、まだフィールドテストにはちょっと実装されてい
You
な
gotta
い
get
と
out
思
there,
いますけ
buddy.
ど、予定あります
現
か？
在はもちろんこの交換はこれからちゃんとできるように
You'll love it,
する
you'll
ん
love
ですけ
it.
れども
Outside is wonderful.
まずは最初はできるだけ
Hey,
た
Ami,
く
what's
さん
up?
のポ
How
ケ
you
モンを
doing?
みんなに集めていただきたいと。でその集めてだんだんこう交換がしたくなった頃にこの機能を足していくというか入れていくという形にしたいと思っています。
Yeah, so of course we have plans to implement it as was shown in the video, but at the when we first launched the game, we really want people again to kind of focus on going out, catching a lot of Pokemon. So we'll find the appropriate timing once people have maybe caught quite a few Pokemon and they're starting to really want to trade with other people to get more, we'll implement the trading function then.
まあスマホのゲームは、まあ、最初はできるだけ入り口が広くて遊びやすくてシンプルなものにして、それでだんだん濃いユーザーが増えてきたら
No, you don't need the
機能を
wristband.
順次増やしていきたいと。
And the game itself is free.
Kind of goes back to my philosophy with developing smartphone games, where you kind of really bring out the core experience when you first launch the application. Then, as people stick with it and they want more kind of depth of gameplay, we add on more functionality, new features, and everything to really keep people interested.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. It actually kind of leads me into my next question. I also wanted to ask a little bit about, it's also regards to the trailer we saw earlier. I remember one of the most exciting scenes that came out from that trailer where a lot of people gathered in Times Square in New York trying to catch a Mewtwo and working together. And I remember I was really freaking out. I thought it was awesome. And I wanted to ask, does Pokemon Go eventually have plans where players can work together and, work on catching Pokemon together or group activities?
もう一つちょっとあれですね、発表の時の映像からの質問になるんですけれども、すごい最後の方にたくさんの人が集まってミュウツーを一緒に捕まえるというシーンがあったんですけれども、そのようないっぱい人が集まって協力するみたいなゲームプレイっていうのは入れる予定ありますか？
はい、このイベントはね、これからどんどん
Yes, the game itself is free. The wristband is what costs money.
今の段階でグループでジムを攻略するという仕組みも入っていると思いますので、まずは小さい人
I'm
数
gonna
のグ
have
ループで
Miitomo on my phone,
いろんなジムを
Pokemon
攻略
Go,
するという
the
遊び
Animal
から入って
Crossing
いただい
app,
て
and the
We've
Fire
already got
Emblem
some
game.
gameplay in the field test version where you can kind of
With
get
all
groups
that
of players together to go
Nintendo
and attack or take
stuff
down
on
gyms.
your
So that's
phone.
kind of a hint of what's to come, maybe.
If you have Miitomo, the Zelda stuff is on there, and you get some free Zelda stuff right now. You can also get a bow and arrow,
Yeah, I think we definitely got a lot of
and
cool plans
bow and
for what we wanna
arrows,
do with
and
bigger events, so I hope you'll look
the
forward
new
to it.
Zelda outfit.
It's very exciting to hear about the events and the gyms.
Also, guys,
I've
eShop
had,
sale
some
going on
challenges
right
trying
now,
to defeat some
up
of
to
the gyms in
40%
my
off
neighborhood,
games
'cause I
if
got
you have
started
your
a little bit late in
Nintendo
the field testing.
account
But,
connected.
it also,
You can get an extra
all of
10%
the
off.
real world gaming talk reminds me of some of the projects that
So go to the
Mr.
eShop.
Miyamoto has worked on in the past with things like the Louvre Guide and even Street Pass on Nintendo 3DS. And I was kind of curious, Mr. Miyamoto, if this ties into any other projects you might be thinking about or any of your past projects that you've worked on?
ビルさんはフィールドテスト入ったのがちょっと遅めで、そうですね、結構周りにもう強いチームが出来上がっててなかなか攻略できないんですけれども、それをちょっと置いといて結構任天堂さんの方で、任天堂の方でも、結構そういう位置情報とか、ゲームとかを関連付けたものっていうのは、いくつかチャレンジは、してきてるんですけれども、例えば
Okay, so this is what I can't figure out. They said Pokemon Go Plus launches in July.
ちょっと宮本さんに聞きたいんですけれども、そのポケモン GO、
Does that mean
取り組みについて、どう
that Pokemon Go, that they're just gonna straight up be like, Pokemon Go's out right now on the store? Or are they going to simultaneous launch? Every report just says Pokemon Go Plus. It does not say Pokemon Go. So I think that Pokemon Go is going to be out like either today or this month or something like that. Because every single report that I've checked since then, he only said Pokemon Go Plus. So the little Pokemon thing that goes on your wrist.
So games based on location information.
I think Pokemon Go might be coming out
even,
like,
as
right
early
now.
as the GBA, but we weren't able to
Possibly.
really put into effect because we weren't able to get some good data. But with this device, we can get actual GPS location data. That's really. We can use this to really expand.
And if that is the case,
and like for in the Louvre Museum,
I'm gonna like explore this whole freaking room trying to find Pokemon.
But this device is something that connects to a smartphone.
I don't want to like miss the stream, but I gotta.
Something Nintendo related that doesn't connect to a Nintendo platform, and I think this will provide us with also with the technology from Niantic. It'll provide us. It kind of expands our horizon into what kinds of different gameplay we can do. So I'm very happy to see this taking off.
Yo, make it connect to the NX with the new Pokemon game on the NX. Do it.
But I'm sure
They also, okay, so for anyone that just came in, they said Pokemon Sun and Moon will have connectivity with Pokemon Go.
To deliver maybe one last message to our viewers.
The bracelet is for like passive Pokemon catching. So like if you're on a run, you don't have to stop. You can just try and.
先ほど宮本さんの方から、ポケモン GO プラスの発売日が発表されてしまいましたので、ポケモン GO はさらにそれより前にないといけないということですので、みんなで頑張って、ね、間に合わせたいと思いますけれども。
I think he just announced the release date for the Pokemon Go Plus device, and obviously that means we've got to have the
Oh, God.
out there ahead of time, so we're going to have to work hard to get it ready for everyone.
Okay.
ぜひ面白いゲームになっていると思うんで、
Okay.
楽しみに待っててほしい
So
と思います。
wait.
Together to be a really interesting game for everyone, so I hope people will look forward to it.
Oh, okay.
この位置情報ゲームなので、地球上の至るところにポケモンが
Oh God, I feel like something's gonna
いろんなところに
get
行ってみ
dropped
たり、
here.
旅してみたり、旅先でプレイしてみたりっていうふうにですね、いろんな楽しみ方があると思うんで、そうやってポケモントレーナーたちがどんどん増えていくっていうのを楽しみにしています。
So with Pokemon Go, Pokemon are going to appear in the real world. So when you're out, in your neighborhood, or even when you're, for example, you're on a vacation, you're somewhere new, you're going to be able to encounter all these Pokemon, be a real Pokemon trainer yourself. So I hope people really look forward to that aspect. A lot of fun packed in the game.
Okay.
Tatsuo, you want to say? Over here.
Yeah, sure. So at Niantic, we value. So we started this real world gaming with Ingress, and what we are trying to do to achieve is actually more than just a game. We're trying to bring people outside, want people to discover interesting places like around their neighborhood or like when the new places they visit. So that's something we're trying really hard to achieve. And with this Pokemon game, so you can go capture a lot of different Pokemon in different area, but the fun is actually outside. It's not only in the screen. You look outside, you'll find interesting things and people around you. That's really important to us. The team has been working really hard with the help from the community to try to develop the game. We didn't really announce the launch date yet, I think. But we're really right now at this moment the team is working to make the game. So please look forward to.
You've got to go back after this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to start working right after.
It's gotta be.
We are ready now.
The release date has to be sometime in between now and when the Pokemon Go Plus launches. So the release date could possibly still be this month.
In Nintendo, including Pokemon, we want a very wide variety of people to enjoy our games. So this can actually be connected to, say, your parents' smartphone, and you can play together. So I really want to encourage everybody to play together and have fun.
Well, I've been having a lot of fun. I'm going to keep walking and hunting until I find my favorite Pokemon, Psyduck. So hopefully we can find find Psyduck soon. Uh-oh. But again, did you two have anything you wanted to add, or?
Yeah. So I've been playing Pokemon since the first game, Red and Blue, or for you guys, Red and Green. And I've played every game, every side game. I really love, I guess, throwing myself into this Pokemon universe, but never have I played a Pokemon game and gotten to see it as it was being developed. This has been a really unique opportunity, and I just want to thank you all so much for having us as a part of this and letting us, I guess, be with so many incredible Nintendo, Pokemon, Niantic All-Stars who've been developing some of my favorite games forever.
Yeah, Josh put that really well. But I've also, been a huge Pokemon fan, and I've played basically every Pokemon game, whether it's part of the original series or a spin-off. And Pokemon Go is one of the most unique games that I've ever seen, not just inside Pokemon, but outside of Pokemon as well. I have a lot of friends back at home who might have stopped playing Pokemon a little bit earlier on, but are really excited to continue playing Pokemon through Pokemon Go. And I attend the competitive Pokemon video game tournaments, and those are great experiences, and I think Pokemon Go will further enhance everyone's experience there and really bring everyone together. So thank you to Niantic and Pokemon for having me here, and I'm really excited to see the future of it.
Well, Ishihara-san, Masuda-san, Nomura-san, Miyamoto-san, thank you very much for joining us today. Everybody watching at home, we have more Nintendo Treehouse Live coming up. We've got a full day of new content that we haven't shown you yet here at E3. It's going to start off with the introduction of a brand new IP that's going to blend some action with some RPG coming to Nintendo
New
3DS.
game
Guest
announcement.
developer for that segment as well. So stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few moments. Thank you, everybody.
New game announcement coming